the Bills since way back in 1973. There's a look at Bills Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Miami Dolphins. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Thompson. On the right side, open is Gesicki. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Thompson. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Buffalo. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Off play action. Allen. Incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
He completes it to Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Thompson getting this out to the flat. Mostert. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play here for Buffalo.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, Allen. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Thompson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Off play action. Thompson. And he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Thompson now from the gun on 3rd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Cook running right. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Play action. Now it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Allen going to go on 4th down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Thompson. Going to look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now Thompson off the play fake. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. You got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. to the air. Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
To throw is Thompson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Off the play fake, Thompson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got him, man. It's the rookie Jalen Waddle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Here's Thompson. Off play action. Flushed out right.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Back to throw. Thompson. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Thompson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Thompson steps away to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Bass is good. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Allen off the play fake. That is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Allen going to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On play action, Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now Thompson. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Thompson. He'll swing this out to Mostert. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. Back to throw again. Now a short one to Gesicki. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Thompson off the play fake. Forced out to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Thompson now on 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Thompson throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Off play action. Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw is Thompson. Off play action. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Here's Thompson to throw on 2nd down. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Thompson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And that is no good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. A 4th quarter miss like that, there's no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they caught a break with that missed field goal. Instead of being tied, they now sit in the 4th quarter driver's seat, still up 3. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Bills. Christian Kirk, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Thompson throwing to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Off the play fake. Thompson. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Odell Beckham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Dolphins 14.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the 4th quarter. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On play action, Allen on the move to his left. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Running the counter with Mostert. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Thompson now looking to throw on 2nd down. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Mostert, and his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
He's back to throw, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Bills, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year.